Did you ever wonder why the states in the Midwest are called America's breadbasket? Midwesterners live in the leading agricultural center of the United States. The farms here provide the foods you'll find in grocery stores across the country and throughout the rest of the world. Sure, there's more to life here than planting, growing, and harvesting, but farming is a major part of life in the Midwest. Let's learn why. The climate and rich soil of the Midwest create the ideal conditions for raising cattle and other livestock, and for growing corn, wheat, soybeans, cranberries, and many other products. The 12 states that make up the Midwest can be divided into 3 main agricultural areas. The Lake States, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan, border the Great Lakes and are the nation's leading producers of milk, cheese, and cranberries. The Plains States, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Kansas produce 3/5 of the country's wheat. The Corn Belt states, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, produce soybeans, cattle, hogs, dairy products, and of course, lots and lots of corn. Farming is not only the backbone of the Midwest economy, it's also an important part of the culture. These kids at the Iowa State Fair are members of the 4-H Club, where they learn how to raise and show their animals. At this livestock show, the animals are judged on their health, their appearance, and how well they are trained. This pig might need a few more training sessions. At this county fair in North Dakota, the 4-H Club sponsors a yearly livestock competition. Cows, rabbits, sheep, and chickens compete for first prize. Raising and caring for animals is hard work every day. Let's visit a working cattle ranch in Beaver Creek, North Dakota. Steele Tesher lives here with his family. Helping take care of 350 cows with 350 calves is part of his daily life on the ranch. Steele gets up at 6 a.m. every day before school to do his chores on the ranch.
First, I take the milk cows up into the barn so the calves can suck. I'm gonna fill this bucket with cake and save it for the steers and the cows. Well, it's kind of hard work, but it's fun hard work. It's fun to get them gentled down and making them be your friend, and it's fun having a friend that knows that they can count on you.
Steele spends lots of time with all the animals on the ranch. Eventually, some of the animals will be sold at the auction house for food for the country. Ever wonder where your daily bread comes from? More than 50% of all the wheat grown in the United States is from the Midwest. At this farm in North Dakota, Mr. Zuck drives a combine to harvest the wheat.
What a combine does, it's a harvesting machine. The machine comes along and cuts his head off. It carries it into the threshing part of the machine on a belt. And as it gets up to the threshing part of the machine, there's a cylinder there with bars. And what it basically does is it threshes the kernels out of the head. When they're dry, all of this will be called chaff. It'll break off, and all we'll have remaining is the kernels. The rest of this stuff will go out the back as residue that we need to spread evenly. This is what's going to make your bread.
In the northern part of the Midwest, temperatures are cooler and rainfall is higher. Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan, the Lake States, are the country's leading producers of dairy products. Wisconsin is also famous for something else: cranberry production. Americans drink cranberry juice and eat cranberry jelly, dried cranberries, and for an extra tart zing, fresh cranberries. Wisconsin has just the right conditions for growing cranberries: sandy, acidic soil, an abundant supply of fresh water, and a cool climate. Cranberries are grown in bogs. These areas are also known as swamps or marshes. Farmers flood the bogs where cranberry vines grow. Machines loosen the cranberries from the vines, and the red berries float to the surface. These farmers help to corral the berries onto conveyors that lift the berries onto trucks. Then they are taken to processing plants. Cranberries might not be your favorite food, but Americans consume an estimated 500 million pounds of cranberries a year. Providing food for millions of Americans is no easy task. From cranberry bogs to dairy farms to amber waves of grain, the Midwest is one of America's largest supermarkets. It takes pride in feeding the entire United States and many parts of the world.